What is up, Pats Nation? It is Patriots Global back here with another video, and the New England Patriots have made a trade with the Detroit Lions for tight end Michael Roberts in exchange for a 2020 conditional 7th round pick. Roberts is a former 4th round pick back from the 2017 draft, and he had the size and the red zone production back in college to project him as a potential touchdown weapon. And of course, that's what the Patriots need. They need more depth at tight end. They need to make it more competitive. Obviously, with Austin Seferian-Jenkins gone, you have Ben Watson suspended for the first 4 games. You really just have Matt LaCosse, and even he's unproven. You need more depth at that position. He is 6'6", 265 pounds, so I really like that they went out and they got a very big tight end, especially with with Austin Seferian-Jenkins being released. Matt LaCosse is really the only tight end the Patriots have that is up there in height, and I really like that the Patriots added another big tight end, a big target for Tom Brady. What I will say, Patriots fans, is do not get all hype about the signing. Of course, the Patriots make a trade. That's in itself is something important. When you make a trade for a player, it's because you genuinely do see something in that player. But this guy hasn't done anything that you should go out and be like, okay, we got the next Rob Gronkowski, we got the next Michael Bennett. Really, it's nothing like that. If anything, this could be a potential Dwayne Allen type of signing with a little bit more ceiling in the receiving game. I mean, guys, in 2 seasons with the Lions, Roberts compiled just 13 receptions for 146 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's it. And of course, stats do not lie. And when you put up stats like that with even a team like the Lions, now you're coming to a group like the Patriots with Tom Brady, who's very, very picky on who he gives the ball to. Just saying, do not get your hopes up about the guy in the passing game. I think the best thing about him is going to be in the run game. He is a very good run blocker, and that's what the Patriots need. Keep in mind, they lost Rob Gronkowski and Dwayne Allen this offseason. The Patriots still need to make sure that they're protecting Tom Brady, but they also need to make sure that they are getting this run game established, and a big part of that is having a guy that they can block. This move also makes sense for the Detroit Lions, as they drafted TJ Hockenson, a guy who obviously is way better than this guy, so it works for both sides. And actually, what I like to do when these types of trades happen is I like to go to the opposing team and look at what they're saying about the guy, and really nobody is upset about him leaving. There was a couple people that said this is dumb, but for the most part, everyone agreed that this is a good move for the Lions to make. So again, it's not like they lost anything important. And because he is just a 7th round pick, he is not necessarily a lock to make the roster. And I think that's another thing a lot of people are going to mistake, is that the Patriots made a trade for this guy. Now everyone's going to go out and say, okay, he's a roster lock. No, the Patriots have multiple 7th round picks, and they just so happen to go out and use one on a position of need, a guy that could potentially be something important for the Patriots. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Then they just wasted a 7th round pick. I do think he still has a good chance at making a roster, especially because it wasn't a free agent signing, it was a trade. But again, just a 7th round pick. So if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. He's 25, so he is a young guy, has a lot of time to still develop in the league, in the NFL, and of course going with the Patriots, who can really develop players better than anyone can. But he will still be competing for a roster spot, with other tight ends like Steven Anderson, Ryan Izzo, Andrew Beck, and possibly Austin Seferian-Jenkins if the Patriots decide to bring him back whenever Austin Seferian-Jenkins comes back to football. But if you like to be an optimistic person, just remember that the Patriots made a trade a few years ago during the regular season for linebacker Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy ended up being a huge factor to the Patriots and easily one of the best defensive players on their defense. So if you want to be optimistic, you can look at it like that, but at the same time, it's on offense and it's a totally different position. All in all, though, I will say I do like the move by the Patriots. Of course, it's not a move that's going to get any eyes jumping. It's not going to, be a move that everyone is okay with the tight ends they have now. You still have a reason to kind of worry about the tight end position. This does not soothe anyone's worries in that area. But it's a good depth piece, and it will help in the run game, and we'll just have to see how he pans out with Tom Brady. All in all, good depth piece. But that is it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on the Patriots making a trade for tight end Michael Roberts? There was an open roster spot, and I told you guys the Patriots were going to fill that with a tight end, and they did just that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and also make sure you guys like and subscribe, as helps me the channel and even you guys out very, very, very much. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody else and go to the Patriots Global family. And other than that, I will catch you guys in another video.